about to cut a hole in the top of your house.
What are you guys going to do besides cut a hole in our house?
Well, that's the first part.
That's the first part, yes.
Once we do
but
that,
what is the ultimate goal?
The ultimate goal is to install the air conditioner.
Okay.
All right, so this is our 2017 Scamp 16-foot Deluxe. We got it without an air conditioner. As you can see, there's currently no AC installed, so that's one of the projects that we're working on. Whenever I bought it, I was told that it is AC prepped. Now, according to the Scamp manufacturer, what that means is roof reinforcement is supposed to be there, and there is a wire that's supposed to be there. Down underneath the bed, underneath there is the circuit breakers, electric boxes, stuff like that. Inside of there, I found a yellow wire. And that supposedly is the one that goes to the air conditioner. What I keep reading and what I've been told is that you should be able to feel it in the ceiling. I couldn't find it. The model that I have has a bathroom and a closet. Okay, so what I ended up doing, what I found was up here in the closet was the wire. I could feel it right here, right in that area. And then we pulled the rat fur, the carpet on the ceiling back, and we found the bit of struggling, we finally found where the end of the wire was. Now the wire was just there. It wasn't capped off or anything. I put the end caps on there, and we're going to use that to wire up the air conditioner. So what we did is we climbed up on top of the Scamp and we measured the roof, front to back, side to side. The service department at Scamp said that the AC goes dead center, so that's where we measured. As you can see, we put a chalk line in. So we measured front to back, we put the chalk line in. That is our center point, front to back. We marked the center point, front to back, left to right. And then from there, we measured out 7 inches so that we have an idea of where our box is going to be.
We're about to cut a hole in the top of your house.
So this line, this mark, like I was mentioning earlier, it's 14-inch box. We got to do 14.25. But the idea being that this painter's tape will make cutting easier.
What we want is 14. So there's 7.
You want to go 7 and an 8.
7 and
Alright, so we're going to use a square to measure out and make sure that they're straight, and then measure diagonals. If the diagonals are the same, well, the square has 4 sides of equal length, so the diagonals should be exactly the same. That's geometry, folks!
both.
Alright.
That's right at 20 and an 8. This should still be 20 and an 8. We didn't move that one. Yep. Okay, so that is going to be a hole here in a little while.
Yay! Alright, so shed some light on the situation. This is roughly where we're going to be cutting. Main thing is we don't want to get a bunch of dirt, a bunch of dust, debris in here. Alright, so what we found is a box. This box is going to be quite a bit bigger than what the hole needs to be. It's 16 inches across on the short end, much bigger on the wide end. We're going to take, what kind of drill bit you got?
It's just a 1/4 inch.
Alright, so we've marked our edges up top. He's going to take that drill bit, he's going to drill the pilot holes. I'm going to hold this up there, kind of protect from dust coming in, and hope I'm in the right spot. Good. Alright, hole, 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 hole. Good. That right fur is nice. We're going to cut it out of the way because it's going to be, I mean, look at this. We don't want to cut through that. So we're going to cut this all out of the way so we can get just this fiberglass and go from there.
Find those holes and go like just to the outside of it. Just barely to the outside.
That's outside. Alright, so we're going to draw a line with a blue Sharpie from the outside of the hole.
Are you recording?
Yep. And use this line to help us cut the, as my wife says, she doesn't like to be cliquish. So it's the ceiling carpet, not the rat fur. It's rat fur.
That's what the guy at the Scamp place called it.
Yeah? I told her that's what...
He put it in quotes, but, you know.
I told her that's what the community calls it. She says, I don't want to be cliquish. All right. Is that just a regular box cutter?
This is a utility knife.
Oh.
A little different than a box cutter.
Oh, because I tried cutting this with an X-Acto knife and it did not work out very well.
Huh. This worked. That worked. There you go.
All right, let's see what we got.
If I need to.
Okay.
You got a patch. If you ever need to patch something, you got a rat fur patch.
There we go. So I came across a video of a guy that was installing one of these Dometic units into a... How'd you get out here? You little turkey. Was installing one of these Dometic units onto a pop-up camper. And one of the things that they suggested in that video was to take the box and put it right below where you're cutting. Well, I don't have a pop-up camper, so I don't have quite that luxury. So we're going to tape this box up and move forward with cutting. All right, so now that we've got a hole to work with, it's going to be easier to tape it. So it's a good thing you drilled in the middle first. I totally missed it. I was like, here.
Okay, okay.
All right.
How are we gonna do this? Lots of tape.
There, I helped.
All right, let's see.
All right. To the roof.
To get me a piece big enough so that I can get that saw blade in there.
So we took a piece of plywood, put it down to help distribute the weight across the roof. It's a little added precaution because we weigh a little bit more than that air conditioner does.
Ready?
Good.
That was so easy.
And we're through. It's going from these
Whoa, I just kicked something.
4 little holes and 1 small hole to 1 14-inch hole.
So, let's see. Catching something on fire in there. That's got hot. If I fall through, I'll be a little upset.
You'll be upset or I'll be upset?
I said I'm going to be a little upset.
I can hold this and keep it from falling in.
You have a hole in your roof.
And the box worked.
14 5/16. 14 and yeah, this is 14 1/4.
All right, so the important thing to remember here is account for the width of your saw blade.
Although I've got a way to get it off. That utility knife.
All right, so just wet rag.
Get all that dust, everything off around
Now for the fun part.
Now for the fun part.
Now we gotta lift it. This is the dust that we saved by putting the box up.
If we put this up there and it falls through, it's not going to work.
You think? Okay, so you need a ladder. A big, tall ladder. And you need a couple of guys. A couple of brawny guys. Or one Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. One Dwayne Johnson, fully recovered from COVID.
Hey, guess what?
Chicken butt.
There's a hole in your trailer.
What?
Ha-uh.
Why is there a hole?
Oh, my stars.
Strongman content.
Oh, don't drop it. You got this. You got this. I mean,
stabilize the ladder.
I mean, that's what I mean. I've got the ladder-ish.
I got it too. No.
Come on, baby. You got this. Oh, Wesley.
Push me.
I mean, Mike. All right, can I do
You
anything?
can set it down too.
Woo, baby. You got this.
Right. You got a hold of it? Go ahead and climb on up another rung if you need to. You got a hold of it?
Yep.
Mike's got your booty. That brotherly love. That's that brotherly love.
Oh my goodness, that was
It
scary.
shows bromance going on.
Oh, that scared me.
I saw. You were like, "Woo."
All right, ready?
Or Wesley, apparently. One Wesley. Oh, shit. You just moved.
Right, just set it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
like
there you
moved himself over.
Yeah.
Now
Like-
you go in and
That's the slider.
and direct me.
The front. It's a little close to the driver's side.
You go to the passenger side?
A hair, yeah. Just the back now.
Okay. I'm with you.
All right. I think we're good. All right, so we've got the unit up here, centered, mounted, just about ready. So the next step is to take this and cut it down to size, which they give you guidelines. I'm basically gonna have to cut all of it off, all the way to the end. This is the piece that separates the front from the back, so that you're not, circulating your cold air and your hot air all in together. So just use an X-Acto knife. There we go. This is the piece we need. The metal side goes in the back, the foam goes up. The next piece that's going in actually has a foam piece that will help seal off the bottom. So that goes up in here, roundabout like that. So the unit that I have is the B57915, and according to the instructions, we use these outside holes. So we're going to go ahead and poke through all 4 of the outside holes. That way we can, just use those. We don't have to worry about hitting the wrong hole, or, just getting in the wrong angle, messing up. See, all the holes are there. This side to the front. This is that channel that we were talking about that this piece goes into. So we're going to kind of line that up. First, we're going to start with taking these really long screws, 3/8 inch head on the end. We're going to put all 4 of these screws in there, just kind of hand tighten them a little bit, make sure they're going easy, and then we'll drill them in. Alright, so now that we got that done, I'm going to take a drill with a 3/8 inch socket on it. Got on the lowest torque so that we can get it up in there. This thing has 40 to 50 inches of pressure, which is, honestly, I don't know. I know you don't want to use the torque all the way because they don't measure accurately and you can break it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this to just get it up there. We're going to go crossways and just incrementally get them up. Once we get them all the way up there, we'll switch out to a wrench to do the last little bit of tightening, just to where it's good and firm. You can always retighten. Kind of hard to loosen it up if you crack it. Now that we're getting closer, I'm double checking the placement of the foam that I put in there earlier. Alright, that's in there good. Alright, that's up. Now we're going to go ahead and take our wrench and give it just a little bit of pressure to kind of make it firm. Alright, so that's in there snug. Now that that's in there, we're going to take this cord that's hanging down out of the rooftop unit. We're going to plug it into the control module. Alright, so I started off with these 2 bolts right here. I loosened them up a little bit, stuck my finger in there to kind of separate the ceiling carpet so that I can get this through. I'm putting a wrench in so I can try to pry the roof from the closet just to give enough clearance for the wire puller. And we're through. By the way, safety tip. I've already unplugged the camper. The battery's off. I've got no electricity going to it. So I don't have to worry about it. You can see in here, I took the wrench, held it up to the ceiling here, got it hooked on, used that to pull down a little bit, fed 2 fingers in there, and used that to pull the wire down. What we did was, because I was able to get the one piece through, but I couldn't get it to pull back. We took another piece of Romex, ran it through the same tunnel we created, got it big enough that we could take the Romex that was in here, taped it off, and push it through the other way. Once it came through, we had to push it up in here to kind of get it to run. Got it run through, pulled out, pulled all of other stuff out. Now we get to wire it and get ready to have some cool. Alright, so now we're going to strip back the white and the black. They will go in to the white and black from the unit. The ground connects to the screw up here. We ain't got a wire cutter, stripper. take and strip out some of these. Got my wire nuts. All right, black to black, white to white. Since we loosened this up earlier, I got to tighten it back up. That copper wire, as you can see, that copper wire right there, I just hooked it around the screw, and then I'm going to be able to tighten it down. All right, that's not going anywhere. Tuck these up in there. All right, so we got the junction box, got our screws, got our 8mm socket. Let's see if we can't button this up. All right, junction box secure. All right, so I'm taking the filter off because I got to access these holes here to be able to screw it in. That's time to get this ADB put up. Now we're cooking with gas. All right, that's up there. Let me get these knobs put in there. So as of right now, I don't expect it to work because I do have the breaker off. There. There. Perfect. Turn that cold, that cold. Opens the bed covers. Cool. Alright. Took apart my bed and to get access to the fuse box. Okay. Now, to get into the fuse box, so here I've got a square driver on my drill. And in the fuse box, right here is a square nut. Use that to take that off. Looking inside, this yellow cable right here, the black wire was not connected to anything. White wire is going over here, black wire was just empty. So what I did was actually pull this out. I've got the electricity disconnected. So pull this out, stick the wire in here, screw it down. It's either flat tip or the same square driver that you use to open up the control box. Alright, so get this put back in, tucked in the back, and then down on that. Alright, so this is down, and flip those back on. I do still have the power off. I'm going to take the cover, put the cover back on. Alright, so take our screw that back in, get this all buttoned back up. Okay, so power's back on. And we have air conditioner. That feels so much better. Alright, so people say it's loud. Honestly, standing directly underneath it, it's a little loud. I'm having to speak up a little bit, but we run a fan at night anyway for the white noise. So this is going to be just fine for us. It shouldn't bother us at all. If it gets too loud, that's not so bad. We can just turn that down. Oh, that feels so good. I mean, even running on low, that feels great. Got all these vents open. It's going to cool off this entire camper very quickly. We slept in here last night. It was super cold, super nice. Loved it. Looking forward to it.